Hey guys, my name is Tim Brennan and I'm the founder of Torch College Recruiting. And today I'm going to give you an overview of our new Torch Recruiting program. So you might be asking yourself, what's included in this Torch Recruiting program? Well, it includes an 8-module course to walk you step by step throughout the entire recruiting process. It includes weekly Q&A sessions to answer your personal questions throughout the recruiting process. And it gives you lifetime access to Torch Pro, our premium recruiting platform to enable you to connect and chat with over 500 college track and field coaches across the country. But before I get into the recruiting program in more detail, I want to do a quick introduction of myself. So as I said before, my name is Tim Brennan. I'm the founder and CEO of Torch College Recruiting, and I was a Dartmouth track and field athlete that graduated in 2017. But before I started Torch, I have a long history in track and field. My time in track really started seriously in high school. I was a track and field athlete at Princeton High School and was a highly recruited athlete. During my senior year, Coach Yush from LSU, he's at Alabama right now, he flew across the country from Louisiana to New Jersey to do an in-home visit at my house. And LSU flew me out to go visit there. The University of Oregon flew me out to go visit the University of Oregon. And I thought I knew everything about recruiting and recruiting was going super well. But in reality, I was looking at the wrong schools that weren't the good academic or athletic fit that I really needed to be looking for. I was really lucky in the end to find Dartmouth College, which is an Ivy League school in Hanover, New Hampshire. At Dartmouth, I was offered over $200,000 worth of financial aid. And at the school, I got an Ivy League education. I became a 2-time NCAA academic All-American, and I was a 3-time All-Ivy track and field athlete. After graduating from Dartmouth, I started coaching at Southern New Hampshire University, where I coached a walk-on to become a 2-time All-American in the shot put. And after that, I became the CEO of Torch College Recruiting. And I've helped hundreds of athletes get recruited to colleges all over the country, including my brother Paul, who's now a thrower at Princeton University, and dozens of other athletes that have gone to schools like Harvard, Stanford, USC, Texas, Georgetown, UNC, and dozens of other elite programs. In our new program to help you achieve similar results is the Torch Recruiting Program, which again includes an 8-module recruiting course to walk you step by step through the recruiting process, and we give you assignments and materials to guide you along the way as well. In addition to that, we have weekly Q&A sessions. So if you have a personal question or someone in your family does, we're going to be there on a weekly basis to help guide you through the recruiting process. And on top of that, again, you get lifetime access to Torch Pro. So you can connect and chat with over 500 college track and field coaches that are on our network. So you might be asking yourself, what's included in this recruiting course? But I'm going to walk you through the course module by module right now, starting with module number 1, the SPARQ recruiting assessment. In this module, we're going to help you identify your recruiting goal by having you complete the SPARQ recruiting assessment, which incorporates over 35 different factors that we're going to use to match with colleges in module number 2, SPARQ College Match. In this module, you're going to match with 60 colleges, 20 reach schools, 20 target schools, and 20 safety schools using the Torch Recruiting Program research methodologies, technology tools, and our own track and field specific materials. And that leads us to module number 3, NCAA Recruiting Fundamentals, where we are going to prepare you for your recruiting success by creating your recruiting resume, recruiting profiles, getting your NCAA eligibility number, and going over the NCAA recruiting rules and regulations so you have everything set to start connecting with college coaches in module number 4, Connect with College Coaches. In this module, you're going to start communicating with your ideal college matches that we made in module number 2, leveraging Torch's outreach strategy and Torch's technology tools. And that leads us to module number 5, Connection to Commitment. In this module, we go from making a connection with a coach, getting a coach reply, to a commitment and all that gray space in between. And we do that by following the Torch Recruiting Program progression to confidently navigate the entire recruiting process. And that brings us to module number 6, cracking admissions as a recruit. One of the biggest advantages of being a recruited athlete is that you can get support from the coach to get accepted into colleges. And you're going to learn the process and what it takes to get admitted to top universities as a recruited athlete in this module. And that includes interview prep, application support, and much more. And that brings us to module number 7, which is my favorite module, the $100,000 scholarship strategy, where you're going to learn how to save up to hundreds of thousands of dollars like I did by learning how to maximize your athletic scholarships, financial aid, merit-based scholarships, and much more. You're also going to learn how to negotiate the cost of college to get the best deal for you. And that leads us to our final module, sealing the deal, where you're going to commit to a college using Torch's empirical method to evaluate the best college for you. You're also going to learn how to get college sponsorship opportunities and much more. And with each module, we have materials and assignments. So with the SPARQ recruiting assessment, that's our first assignment for the Torch recruiting program. And again, that's the basis that you're going to use those preferences and that goal to guide you through the rest of the recruiting program. Next, we have the academic and athletic recruiting standards. So you might be asking yourself, what type of SAT, GPA, or ACT score do I need to get into a school like Dartmouth or a school like Princeton or Rutgers or Texas or the University of Michigan or any school in the country? And we have a cheat sheet that provides you guidelines for that. You also might be asking yourself, what does it take to get a full ride, a partial scholarship, to be recruited or to get a tryout spot to any school in the country in any event group, in any event? And we have a cheat sheet that provides you with all of that information as well. We also have email templates and outreach strategies. And that's just one of the tools that we use to reach out to coaches. And we also have cheat sheets for scholarship and financial aid negotiation and 20 other materials to guide you through the recruiting process. And right now, I'm going to walk you through the Torch Recruiting Program website to see what you're going to get access to if you sign up. All right, this is the Torch Recruiting Program website. And this is where you're going to find all course videos, materials, and assignments. And I'm going to walk you through it right now. So as I scroll down on the left-hand side, you can see that we have one section for each module of the Torch Recruiting Program. And you're going to complete module by module until you complete the program. And I'm going to show you an example of module number 2, the SPARQ College Match. So for the SPARQ College Match, we have a video here, as we do for each module, that guides you through that stage of the recruiting process. These videos range between 45 minutes to 2 hours long, and they're jam-packed with expert content to guide you through your recruiting process. We also have a module description that's accompanied with that. So you can understand what's included in this module, the purpose of it, and how it fits in our entire recruiting program, because each module builds upon each other. And after watching the video, you might have some questions or want to rewatch a certain topic. And that's why we've included timestamps for each section and for each topic covered in each module. So for example, you might be hoping to learn a little bit more about what are the athlete admission standards for any college in the country. And we covered that in module number 2. And you could look back at 15 minutes and 46 seconds to know more about that. Or if you're hoping to learn more about the men's and women's track recruiting standards. So what PRs do you need to hit in order to get a full ride, partial scholarship, recruited walk-on spot, or tryout spot at colleges throughout the country? And if you're hoping to learn more about how that varies by conference or within a conference, or how to get specific recruiting standards for a specific college, we have that all covered, and you can look back to the exact timestamp to watch that section. In addition to that, we do offer course materials for each module. So for module number 2, if you're hoping to see the men's recruiting athletic standards cheat sheet or the same for women's, you can click here and see the cheat sheets as well. And last but not least, all assignments will be submitted and accounted for on the website. So for module number 2, you're going to complete the SPARQ match list to match with 60 colleges. And you're going to submit that list right here on the website. After submitting it, I'm going to get an email and I'm going to review it and work with you to make sure that you're looking at the right schools that are a good academic, athletic, financial, experiential, and professional fit. And we have this format for every module in the Torch Recruiting program that's going to walk you through module number 1, which is all about setting your goal through the SPARQ recruiting assessment, all the way through module number 8, sealing the deal with a commitment or potentially a scholarship signing by the time you finish the Torch Recruiting program. That just about wraps it up for the walkthrough that I'm about to do, and we're going to hop right back to the video right now. All right, welcome back. After the tutorial, I just want to recap what's included in the Torch Recruiting program for the course structure. So with every module, you have the module video, which guides you through every stage of the recruiting process. With each module, you have assignments to make sure that you can stay on track. And on top of that, if you do have any questions about that module or any part of the recruiting process or college in general, we have recruiting experts, including myself, available for weekly Q&A sessions to answer you and your family's personal questions throughout the entire recruiting process. And that's in addition to access to Torch Pro. So typically Torch Pro is $15 a month, but it is included with a lifetime subscription membership through the Torch Recruiting program. And now I'm going to be talking about pricing. So our biggest competitor is NCSA. And their closest offering to the Torch Recruiting program is $2,400. It's really expensive, and it's cost prohibitive for most families, including mine, who couldn't afford it when I was getting recruited. And that's why I made the Torch Recruiting program affordable. It's $500 for a one-time cost, or you could do 5 monthly payments of $100. And that makes the Torch Recruiting program 80% less than NCSA. And not only are we a fraction of the price, but we also offer a much more high quality service with weekly Q&A sessions and providing you track and field specific material rather than generic material and advice from NCSA, since we're designed only for track and field. And if you're hoping to learn more and sign up, you can do so on torchcollegerecruiting.com, specifically torchcollegerecruiting.com/Torch Recruiting Program. Or if you have questions and you want to sign up for a free recruiting assessment to talk with me or one of our recruiting experts to see how your recruiting process is going, answer some of your questions, and see if you're a good fit for the Torch Recruiting program, I'm happy to chat with you as well. And you can sign up for that using the Calendly link that we provide in the description below. Or if you have any quick questions, you can email me at tim@torchcollegerecruiting.com. Or you can send us a message on one of our Instagram pages, either at Torch College Recruiting or at Torch Recruiting Program. And give us a follow there as well, because we're always producing really good, high quality content to help guide athletes like you through the recruiting process. That basically is a wrap for our Torch Recruiting Program overview video. If you have questions, again, feel free to contact us through those means. I look forward to hopefully working with you through the rest of your recruiting process. And I wish you all the best of luck.